evening, y'all. This regular meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Lancaster is called to order on Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026 at 7:00 p.m. in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. At this time, citizens who have pre-registered before the call to order will be allowed to speak on a consent or action item on the agenda for a length of time not to exceed 3 minutes. Anyone desiring to speak on an item scheduled for public hearing is requested to hold their comments until the public hearing on that item. It appears that no one has pre-registered, so we will now move on to the consent items of the agenda. Consent agenda. Items listed under the consent agenda are considered routine and are generally enacted in one motion. The exception to this rule is that a commissioner may request one or more items to be removed from the consent agenda for separate discussion and action. 1. Consider approval of minutes from the Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting held on January 6, 2026. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I would make a motion to approve the minutes from the January 6th meeting.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
There's been a motion to approve the minutes by Commissioner Betts, a second by Commissioner Hervey. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say no. Vote passes 5-4, 0 against. Action item PS 26-04. Discuss and consider a preliminary plat to create lots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, Block A, out of the Lancaster Platinum Edition, being 298.170 acres out of the M.H. Lavender Survey, abstract number 766, John Little Survey, abstract number 768, David Garner Survey, abstract number 530, and E.D. Little Survey, abstract number 787, addressed as 950 South Sunrise Road, 1000 South Sunrise Road, 1600 Ferris Road, 1601 Ferris Road, and 3000 Van Road, City of Lancaster, Dallas County, Texas. Are there any staff comments?
Good evening, Commissioners. For the record, Nylea Acosta, Assistant Director of Public Services. This item before you is a preliminary plat for Lancaster Platinum A Edition. Outlined in red is the subject property. And here you'll see their preliminary plat. This is a request for approval of a preliminary plat that is creating 6 lots, 4 for the purpose of development and 2 for right-of-way dedication. Dallas County is managing a major capital improvement program to realign Sunrise Road on behalf of the city. And so there was a study that was done where they identified future Sunrise Road as being a 120-foot right-of-way. Lot 5 and 6 have been created for the right-of-way dedication to future Sunrise Road, and the plat is in compliance with the subdivision regulations. So we are recommending approval of this plat. That concludes my presentation, and I am available for questions.
Are there any questions for staff? Commissioners, what is your pleasure on item 2? I move that we accept item 2 as presented. Do we have a second?
I have a second.
I have a motion made by Commissioner Walker to approve item 2, second by Commissioner Betts. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed say no. Any abstentions? Any abstentions? I hear one. I'm going to recall the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say no. Any abstentions? Have 4 for, none against, and 1 abstention. Item 3, PS 26-20, discuss and consider a preliminary plat to create lots 1 and 2, Block B, out of the Lancaster Platinum Edition, being 29.452 acres out of the John Little Survey, abstract number 768, addressed as 2900 Van Road, City of Lancaster, Dallas County, Texas. Are there any staff comments?
This item before you is for Lancaster Platinum B Edition, another preliminary plat outlined in property. This is a request for approval of a preliminary plat that seeks to create one lot for the purpose of development and another for right-of-way dedication. Again, Dallas County is managing a major capital improvement program to realign Sunrise Road and on behalf of the city, and in that feasibility study that they did, they are identifying Sunrise Road, future Sunrise Road, as a 120-foot right-of-way. And so lot 2 on this plat is identifying the right-of-way that will be dedicated for future Sunrise Road, and they are in compliance with the subdivision regulations, so we are recommending approval of this plat as well. That concludes staff presentation, and I am available for questions, should any of you have any.
Question, can you tell me a little bit about that major capital improvement program?
In what capacity?
What is it? What is it?
So
I see it as a title, I don't know. Know the program. Which one is that?
not a program, so it's just a capital improvement project.
For that road, they're increasing the road, they're building it bigger, they're extending it, what is the project itself?
On the map to the east of the property
Yes.
is Sunrise Road as it currently exists today.
Okay.
And so Sunrise Road in our master thoroughfare plan is shown as being aligned slightly different. So you can't quite see it here, but it'll shift to the west. And I can draw it for you.
It's just a realignment and construction of the newly realigned Sunrise Road.
So it's just gonna start in the curve and go over somewhere else?
Yes, there is an approved alignment.
Okay, okay. And who's gonna do the realignment?
So the city is working in partnership with Dallas County. We have a federal grant.
Okay.
So, and we're working with the COG, our regional government.
Okay. So we need to pray about it. Okay. Okay.
Any further questions, commissioners? Discussion? Commissioners, what is your pleasure on item 3?
Madam Chair, I would make a motion that we approve item 3.
Do we have a second?
That's it.
There's been a motion made by Commissioner Betts to approve item 3, a second made by Commissioner Roston. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed, say no. Any abstentions? Vote passes 4-4, 0 against, 1 abstention. Item 4, DP 26-05, discuss and consider a site plan for the development of an electrical substation on the property being 30.6594 acres, known as Lot A, Block A, Crawley, EBL, Lancaster Logistics, addressed as 1160 East Beltline Road, City of Lancaster, Dallas County, Texas. Are there any staff comments?
This item is a site plan approval for an Encore substation and switching station. Outlined in red is the subject property. You all have seen this property before. This item came to you as an overall just site plan for the data centers that are currently under construction for this property. So this item before you is specifically for the lot that is going to hold the substation and switching station for Encore. So according to section 3 of the CP Beltline South PD, the site plan calls for approval of Planning and Zoning Commission for sites that are greater than 10 acres. This site is 30.6594 acres. Again, a request to approve the site plan for an Encore substation and switching station, which you see here on their site plan. Here is their tree preservation plan. Specifically, the portion that's highlighted in red is where that lot for the site plan under request is going to be located. So the landscaping requirements have been met by way of tree preservation, and no additional landscaping is required on the site. And the site plan is in substantial compliance with the logistics support plan development, so we are recommending approval of this site plan. And available questions, should you have any. The applicant is also present, should you have questions.
I just wanted to make sure I'm remembering this correctly. Is this it came before us a while back, and part of our discussion was that it will not only help to ensure that the data centers stay equipped with power, but will also help to serve the city of Lancaster and some of those outages. Is this the same?
No, we'll further clarify.
Okay.
This substation is being constructed by Encore on behalf of the data centers. This is, in essence, will be a privately held substation. You may be, the adjacent site to the north is actually the Encore substation that serves the public.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions, commissioners? Further discussion?
I do. In reference to, if I'm looking at the location correctly, it's down the street from Walmart, right? And we have a residence, we have a subdivision that's over in that area, correct? No?
No.
I'm looking in the right spot, wrong spot?
The airport.
Okay.
This is near the airport. If you see this, if you're going, you can see just to the east of the site, I don't know if you see it on that one, is Ferris Road, and just beyond Ferris Road is the city's airport.
Okay.
So this is the east side of the city,
Okay.
along Beltline Road.
Okay, and I know you said it's gonna be privately ran through Encore, did I hear that correctly?
This solely serves the private development that is the two data centers.
Okay.
Mhm.
So how will it serve our city? How will
It won't be serving the city, it will only be serving the,
data centers?
correct. If you look immediately to what is the east of the site, closer to Beltline Road, that is the public substation at Encore that serves the area. That's just one of them.
But having that there will make sure that the data centers aren't pulling from our public, is that?
From the grid.
Well,
Right.
there is a public transmission line. All data centers try to situate themselves near a transmission line, right? They have power just the same way that, other developments have power. So they will serve by that transmission line, which is still the public transmission line serving the area. But specifically, this is to serve those private data centers.
Okay. So that, I guess, more specifically, will it help to decrease what's being pulled from the public line, or?
They're in essence generating their own power, and I think the applicant is here. So we certainly can allow the applicant to speak on their behalf based on the level of power that a data center may need as compared to others. But I think it'd be appropriate for you to have the opportunity to ask the applicant questions.
Thank you. Sir, if you could approach, give your name and address, please.
Hi, good evening. Rob Myers, Kinley Warren, 6160 Warren Parkway in Frisco. That's correct. Staff is correct. This is a private substation to serve the data center. That Beltline substation does the same, but for the city. So as far as, I'm not an electrical engineer. I'm the civil engineer land developer. But from what I understand, that works off the same transmission line that's running north and south, but breaks down the voltage for the data center.
So, my concern is this. Excuse me, boys. I just came back from some bad weather. But anyway, we're building these data centers, and all the information and research I've done on these data centers, they're extremely toxic when it comes to utility use. It uses up all our utility, and it destroys your water system. Now, my thing is this. How is that going to benefit the citizens of Lancaster if we don't make their utility prices go up because of the excessive use of those data centers?
I will say this site plan does not include the data center. That was already approved.
I know, I understand.
So I can't speak for the data center. We are just here as the customer, or that is the customer for this project.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I ask a more streamlined question. What benefit is it to the city of Lancaster to allow this additional substation?
Well,
So, I'm gonna interject real quick. So, just so that the full body of the commission, as a reminder and is aware that what is before you tonight is simply a site plan approval. So the zoning has already been approved for this site that came before you all some time ago and was approved by city council. So we're not here to discuss uses necessarily. It's simply just have they met the requirements outlined in the logistics port PD, which they have. So this is not to consider any of the uses on the property. That's already allowed by right, by way of the PD.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Any other questions, Commissioners? Any further discussion? Commissioners, what is your pleasure on item 4? I'll make a motion that we accept item 4 as presented. Is there a second?
I was second.
There's been a motion by Commissioner Walker to accept item 4 as presented, a second by Commissioner Betts. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed, say no.
No.
Any abstentions?
Uh,
Vote passes 3-4, 1 against, 1 abstention. Commissioners, that concludes our business for the evening. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Madam Chair, I would make a motion that we adjourn.
Is there a second?
a second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned at 7.